Hello, here we are. Take Two Tuesday. It is Tuesday already. April 2nd. I see things are going, at least on my end. So far, so good. Let me pull up the streams here and find you guys. I hope everybody is doing great today. Have a happy Tuesday. Let's see. Give me 1 minute here. I'm going to try to find the chats. They should be running. 1 second here. All right, I found the YouTube. Make sure my sound's off. Hi. I see Janet's here and Amanda. I saw someone was sick, they said earlier, upstairs hobby room. I hope you get to feeling better. It's no fun to be sick, and I hope I don't put you to sleep. I saw that would be funny. You guys can't go to sleep while I'm here. At least stay awake for a little bit. Or don't tell me you fall asleep during the episode, right? Hi, Amanda, Gloria, Antoinette. I got all our regulars here. Becky. I hope we have some new people. If you're new today and watching, make sure you check in and say hi. Let me get Facebook going over here. I hope that, let's see. There, I found Facebook. I hope that all of you had a wonderful Easter. Hi, Carol, over on Facebook. Looks like I'm chatting as Ken today, so you might see some posts by Ken on Facebook. Hi, Beverly and Terry and Susan and Rebecca. Great to have you all here. We're going to have some fun today. Again, I hope you had a wonderful Easter. We had a rainy Easter. We had fun. We went to church, and then we just had a quiet family gathering. We couldn't do much outside. Stephanie hid some eggs around the house, plastic toy eggs for the boys. So we had a little bit of fun doing that. Easter egg hunts are fun, and they got all candied up. And I don't think we gave them most of the candy, but they had candy, and they were wild and all over the place. But we did still have a fun day. Let's see, what else is new? Oh, I do have our winner. I'll announce our winner from our question that I posted last week about what would you miss most if there was not a spring season, if we went just from winter to summer. So I do have a winner for that. So thanks for everybody who participated. I think we had about 65 responses. So it's pretty good. Not like our original one. I think we did like 130 or 140. That was great. So I will have a $10 gift certificate to give out. I'll announce the winner in just a minute. I do want to warn you, I have to leave a little bit early today. I have an appointment at 11 o'clock, so probably around 10:45, 10:50, I'll be cutting out, so it'll be a little bit shorter today. We'll look at a couple of items. We have Floaties to stamps, along with the die set, and there's an add-on set called More Floaties to Stamp. A few weeks ago, we looked at a pool folded. I'll show you that sample that kind of goes with the floaties. And so we did see some floaty examples from back then. We'll look at that. And I also have a Fluffy Cat Fold It die set. And, we love fold-its around here. And we've been working with those a little bit off and on and just showing you how easy they are to do. Let's see, what else? So those are the items we'll be looking at. I have a little good news video about this older guy who's getting out and serving and still doing some fun stuff. So we'll save that for our good news segment towards the end. And then we have, we'll do a little quick Bible devotion, Matthew 6:13 in the Lord's Prayer. It has to do with temptation. So that's kind of a rundown. Let's see what else. Oh, I have a question for you as we get started. Yesterday was April Fool's. April 1st, did you play a joke or a prank on anyone, or did anybody play a prank or a joke on you? That's my question for you today. I remember when I was a kid, like that happening a lot, or I would be listening to a radio station or something, and they would say something real crazy, or I don't know, in the sports world, there would be some kind of trades of players or something like that. And for a while, it would get me, and then they would go, April Fools. And so, yeah, they would pull one over on me. So I remember that happening a few times. But as I've gotten older, nobody's pulled any April Fools pranks on me, and I haven't done so to anybody else, but maybe you still do. So it's all right. It's good fun. especially when you're a kid, I think, right? That's most the fun. But I think probably some families do that, and I don't know, just something to goof off. But April Fools, we are on to April 2nd. I hope your month is off to a good start. Again, we've been getting lots of rain, and we need it out here, so that's good. But today is sunny. Rain's not coming back, I don't think, until this upcoming week. Let's see, what else? Okay, for our winner, I'm going to go ahead and announce right now. Our winner from YouTube is, she goes by the call name of Elizabeth Brown 9904. So Elizabeth, you are our winner. And she said, did I write down what she said? Let me see. I think I did write down what she said. Her answer was what she would miss. She said if we jumped from winter to summer, I would miss probably the birds singing and the growth from dead of winter to the life in the spring. So and she says there's something for the smells of spring and also watching the flowers peek through and the trees budding. So I think a lot of you gave answers kind of like that. We all like to see the greenery and the flowers. We're lucky here in Southern California. We get of course, we get winter season and we get summer season, but spring is kind of blends in a little bit. It doesn't get super cold out here or super hot most of the time. Every once in a while we get some spells where something does go a little bit crazy, but our seasons kind of blend over each other some of the time. And there, I got that. But so we don't have probably as big a seasons as a lot of you. And without spring, it is kind of like that new beginning and the new life kind of view that we take. You know, everything's green, and I don't know, when it rains out here, it's nice because it does clean up everything and things look a little more beautiful and fresh, and the hills get all green. And right now we do have a lot of flowers. So the wild flowers, where we could plant flowers year round pretty much here, and we could have some kind of flowers out in our gardens or in our front yards. But when it's springtime, even just the natural, all the hills and the valleys and the little side paths around all the roads, they all get filled up with flowers and green. So it is a nice time of year. So congratulations, Elizabeth. If you are on the chat or you watch the video, Elizabeth, make sure you email Faylene at the office. You'll just email at info@thestampsoflife.com and let her know that you are the winner for Ken's question from Take Two Tuesday, and I'll let her know as well, and we'll get you that $10 gift certificate sent out to you. All right, so congratulations to you, and thanks for everybody who answered. Again, any comments that you want to post, if you want to tell me, Ken, you did a good job, or Ken, you should be doing better, or whatever you want to say in the comments, or if you have any ideas, suggestions, you can post them all in the comments. I do read them all, and usually so you know that I read them, I'll click the like button, and I like to run through the comments. And the more comments and the more activity we get involved with these videos, more likely it is that they'll send this video out to more people, and hopefully we'll pick up some new viewers. All right, let's see what else is new. Next Monday is a big day. If you haven't heard, we have a solar eclipse coming. That should be exciting, right? And I hear here in Southern California, about half the sun will be blocked out. So what is it like where you live? Are you going to be like in the total full solar eclipse? I see that it comes down like an angle kind of from, it looks like up towards Canada, and it kind of slices down, and I see it's going through Texas and Mexico. There's a guy I know, he's not a friend, but I know him, and he lives in a place in the middle of Texas called Fredericksburg, and it's like a destination place. The hotels are all filling up, and people are packing in town, and they're jacking the rates up on all the hotel prices. So he said it's going to be crazy there, and he was saying, please don't come here because I think it's going to be that wild. So I think the eclipse is going to be pretty strong through a lot of Texas. I think in California we're supposed to get about half of the sun covered up. So I see Diane says you're not going to see it at all in Florida, huh? I thought just about everybody would be able to see it somewhere, but I can be wrong. I don't know, because I Googled it yesterday to find out, hey, what's it going to be like in California for the eclipse? I remember when I was about 5 or 6 in eclipse, and all the teachers, like we were at school, and the teachers just said, don't look at the sun, don't look at the sun, because of course you just naturally want to look. And I think there's been a few others between now and then, but I never paid that much attention to it, this one coming up. So it should be pretty exciting. Diane, how would you know that I do not take showers at home yet? I'm afraid I don't have hot water in my shower. That's why I do not take a shower at home. We have an extra bathroom that I could use, but I go to the gym and I exercise. I do take a shower, so you know, every single day. I couldn't go without a shower. I just don't feel right. But at home, something's wrong with the water connections, and I know my sink that I use, I do not have hot water in my sink, so I'm afraid to test the shower. And because once you get in there, you're kind of stuck, and I don't want to be stuck with cold water, so I haven't tried out the shower at home. Stephanie must have told you guys about that, huh? She didn't warn me about that. Yeah, Stephanie. So, okay, let's get on with our show. I hope you have a way to see the eclipse next week, maybe. If you can't, oh well, life goes on, right? Well, it'll be okay. I'll probably be working when the eclipse takes place around here or something like that. Yeah, we've just been so busy. All right, let's get started. All right, I already know one thing. I forgot my my Bible. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. That's my Bible, for at least for this. I left it down the hallway. And right before I started to do the live stream, I'm all, I got to go get that. And then apparently I was distracted. So let's get that ready to go. We'll use that a little bit later. All right, today, let's start off with the fluffy cat. This is the what am I saying? Fluffy Cat Fold It. And it is from July of 2020. We introduced this, so just about 4 years ago. And I have some fun ideas here from our design team. Let me see. Give me 1 second here. I'm still trying to figure out all my buttons. Getting a little better. I think that will do it. Okay, great. Is it over there? Yeah, awesome. Why is my preview not working? I don't know. There we go. So Fluffy Cat Folded, and we'll find it on the website. It's got a few dies in here. There's a little mouse and the cat. Where is the Stamps of Life website? There we go. We will type in Fluffy. You should be able to find it. No, I don't need the coupon. Oh, I hope you guys signed up. If you have an account with us, make sure you sign up and you get your birthday added to your account, okay? You'll want to have that. So if you haven't done so yet, go into your account and look for the little section where it lets you add your birthday. Make sure you do that. You'll be happy you did, all right? And I will try to find this. I think I have it. All right, there we go. The Fluffy Cat Folded. I try to fill that up mostly. Great. It comes with, makes a A2 size card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. The more we do these episodes, the more I'm learning exactly what an A2 card is. I think before I said it was 5 by 7, or I don't know what I was saying, but A2 is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Let me see if you can find me up here. Yep. And it has a total of 4 dies in the set. It will have the outside die, and then you can paper piece kind of with the inside die there, and you have the little mouse to go with it. It works in a standard size machine. Let's see some of our samples. You see the main die there, and let's go through those. And I might have some of these samples here along with me to show you. So lots of great ideas and lots of fun coloring, shading. You can make just about any kind of cat you want, it looks like. I see all these different colors with the mouse buddy there. All right. And This has been a real popular set. I have these fun samples to show you, so let me check these out. Great. And we will start off with, I'll put them on the table there too, but I wanted to show you, here's one that is made with the box it die. Remember we worked with this one last week, and that is the larger one. And they've used gray cardstock, so it kind of matches the outline of our cat. That's a fun way to do it. And you could add your treats in there, little, if you want to do a gift or party favors or something like that, that's fun. And you have your front and back. So this was made, again, just with the fold it. And then you add the box it. I didn't bring the box it's with me today, but we have 3 different sizes. This would be the regular size, which is the first one we sold. So you might have this. Again, I didn't say, but this is Take 2 Tuesday. So what we're talking about is maybe items that you already have from the past. We're reviewing those. And if you are new to the Stamps of Life, maybe these are some items that are new to you. So I'm sorry I didn't mention that at the beginning. So if you want to know the premise of this video, we're looking at items from the past, looking for ways we can get those out and put them to use. Or maybe it's something that will catch our interest for the first time, but you didn't know about it, because when you go to the Stamps of Life website, there's a ton of stuff there, and it's just impossible to know and keep up with everything. So that's what we're trying to do here. So let me add the samples over here to our table. And that should pop up great. So that's our box it. Let me get the other samples out. Oh, I've got too much light coming on over there. 1 second. That will stay. All right, sorry about that. So there's a little bit of extra light over there. So if you saw that light that was behind it, that's the front door of our store here. And I kind of block it off. We have this old curtain that we used to use, and it helps the coloring in here a little bit. So we have that box it. I see everybody's here, right? Let's see. Yeah, Stephanie surprised me. Yeah, he does need a fish, right? So let's see if a fish made it onto any of these other cards. Here we have a birthday themed fluffy cat, and that's with the white. And here again, you have the options you can do on your fold it. You can do side. This one's on the side, and that's the birthday theme there. And then we have this cute one. Catitude is everything. Yeah, if you have a cat, don't they usually have attitudes? I know Katie's cats have attitudes. They do not like anybody, I don't think, except Katie. Yeah, about the subscriptions, Karen, I don't know why. YouTube is kind of one of those broken things. You can sign up for subscription notices and notifications. If you see a notification button, you definitely want to hit that. Subscription, you'll get the video. It doesn't mean they'll tell you exactly when it goes live. There's a cute one there with a little ball. And this one is done on the top, all right? So your fold-it's on the top. So yeah, you want to subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you do subscribe and hit the subscribe button. And if you see a notification button, hit the notification button too, because I think that's when you actually get a notification when we go live. Otherwise, with subscriptions, they just kind of put it in your feed, and you can have a list of subscriptions. I subscribe to a lot of different videos. Let me hit that. I subscribe to a lot of different videos, like some piano. I'm working on piano, so some piano ones, and they send me updates when there's a new piano video out, or I do some exercise ones, and also like some sports ones for fantasy football and those kind of things. So it's nice to have, but I don't usually get a notification when people are live. I don't know. Again, I think it's just broke. There's the little mouse. He made it onto that card. And I have one more. And there's also a mouse on this one. Now, I guess my next question is, are you more of a cat person or a dog person? Now, I have to say, I have had some cats that I liked in my life. But that being said, when I'm trying to sleep in the middle of the night, and the cat is going crazy and doing all their things in the middle of the night, at that time, I don't care for cats. So I guess I'm a little bit more of a dog person, but you can be a cat and dog person. But what's your favorite? Do you like cats or do you like dogs better? Gloria says my screen is freezing a little bit. I am hoping I'm not. Looks like my stream is okay here. So hopefully on my end, Gloria, everything's looking okay. Sometimes you can just refresh or press pause for a minute and come back some of the time. That will help out. So I see we have a lot of cat people and both, right? Great. And we have some dog people as well. Yeah, cats and dogs. Katie, again, Katie's cats are kind of crazy. They don't seem to like anybody but Katie. Stephanie's parents have some nice cats. One is super, super friendly, and one is just, he kind of does his own thing. But if you're there long enough, he'll start to warm up a little bit. But they definitely have their own personalities. And whereas I feel like dogs really care about their people, I feel like cats not so much. Could be wrong. I mean, how do I really know what a cat is thinking? But anyhow, that's my opinion. Okay, let's move on next to our next item. This will be, we have 3 that go with this collection. This was a club set, also from July of 2020. Let me switch my little, where are we? The floaties there. Again, I'll be trying to sign off around 10:45, 10:50, a little bit earlier today because I have an 11 o'clock appointment. So if I do have to jump out, just so you know. Yeah, I see Debbie saying she's getting a little freezing on and off. Everything looks good from my side, guys, so I don't know what's going on out there. The good thing is this gets recorded, and if you're having trouble watching it right now, you'll be able to replay it later. The full version where everything probably smoothed out will get posted a little bit later, so watch for that. All right, and then let's see. So we have floaties to stamp, more floaties to stamp, and there's a floaties to stamp die set. So this first is our stamp set, and let me find that on our website. You get a bunch of great designs, and I do have some information about floaties for fun. Let's see. I just know probably whatever pet you have, that's the one you love the most, right? We get attached to our pets, and they're fun to have around, and some of the time they can be a handful, but we love them, right? No matter what, really. Okay, some interesting facts about floaties. Just, let's see, it kind of gives a wide variety because this kind of has to do with pool toys. But the rubber duck was introduced in 1940. So if you were around in the 40s, maybe you were around when the rubber duck was introduced. I've not been around that long, but I'm in the late 60s. And then it says swim floaties, like the ones you would put on your, we don't have any swim floaties on here, like on your kids' arms to help them swim. Those were around in the early 1900s. I saw some other things where they use floaties for like in the military to help guys get across water faster and stuff like that. I'm sure they weren't all colorful and everything, probably like army green or something that would blend in, but floaties have been around since the early 1900s. It says in 1930 there was a swim ring, and then a beach ball in 1938, and inner tubes in 1950. Those big old black, you remember those big black inner tubes that you could float around on a lake or something like that? Those are fun. And the pool noodle, pool noodles, I think we still have those all around the house. And those were always fun. I remember when they came out, floating around on those. Pool noodles were in the, let's see, when were they? The 80s. A banana boat was in the late 80s. Remember where that, I think that's the big boat that speedboat would take and pull around the ocean or a lake, and a bunch of people could sit on it. I remember seeing that. I don't think I've ever been on a banana boat. And then kind of the style that we have where they're a little more ornate, like this says there's pizza, floaties, melons, swans. We have our seahorses, pelicans, or not pelicans, like a flamingo looking one. Excuse me. So we have a few different designs on ours. Those were around the 2010s, it seems like. So a little bit of history on floaties, and let's see what we have on the website for that. I know we have some nice ideas, and I can give you a little more description. So if you were in the club back in July of, will that work? July of 2020, you would have this set, all right? So your job, excuse me, I got an itch in my throat today. I apologize. Your job is to go and find it. And summertime's coming up. You might want to put these stamps to use, all right? So in the main club set, that's this one here in the middle. There are 13 stamps, and we have our fun ideas. Let's see what's going on there. I always have a hard time getting these pictures to expand. I know they will. Oh, come on now. There we go. So we'll scroll through these. And you can see that there's the main set. That is with a shadow box. You can kind of layer your floaties. We'll add some water in there. Basic A2 card. And that looks like a stand-up. Oh, I can't. That is the W circle. That one, that circle right there, I think is called the W circle. I don't think we still have that die. And that is on a fancy, that's a fancy frame circle. Flip it. And then as a slim line. Let's go back to see the add-ons. Oops. Oh, I lost our page there. Hang on one second. I'm not being patient enough here. Back to fluffy. We don't want that. And we should be able to find the dies that go with it. And I think the samples would be the same. And then you have your dies there. Remember, our stamps are made in the USA, so they're going to be real high quality. I will show you here. I went ahead and I did do some stamping. I stamped 3 of them ahead of time, and we'll die cut those real quick. And they all came out real nice. I used like a blueberry ink. Yeah, it looks like the same samples, and that one you do get, now there might be a couple different ones. Let's scroll through those. You get 8 dies with, 8 dies with this one. And it says the largest floaty is about 2.5 inches by 2 inches. Let's see if there's any other ones in there that we haven't seen. I think we saw most of these other ones, yeah. Okay, and then let's look at the more floaties. So this is the add-on set. You don't have to have this, of course, but it has a few more sentiments that are not on the other ones. It has says like "Stay cool." Let me see. I can grab it and read it here. So this is the stamp set here, and this is the add-on. Stay cool. Do you have a sunburn, or are you always this hot? Wow. Stay afloat. You've got this. Stay calm and float on. Sometimes you need to just chill. Hope your birthday is a splash, and you've got this. I think maybe I said that one. So those all work together real well. Again, if you were a club member in July of 2020, you probably have these. If you have forgotten about them, break them out. If you're new to the Stamps of Life, they are all available on our website. And just a reminder, we do have if you like these floaties or you have them and you want to, dress them up a little bit, we do have the pool folded. And we looked at this in one of the episodes maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So that's an option too, where you can add the floaties to a pool, and this makes a nice card. Fold it again. This one is I think it's it's not an A2 card. I think maybe it's more like and I don't think it was slimline either. It might have been 5x7. But anyway, that's an option if you like to pool fold it. Let me put that back over there. Okay, we'll skip over to the table again, where I'll show you these on the overhead camera. How are we doing on time? I think we're doing all right. Let's switch over to that one now. And I should be able to get that. Great. There we go. I'm gonna change mics. There. Okay. You can hear me all right. Here over on my work table, I have stamped the main stamps, the 3 designs from this club set. And you can see all the colors came out real nice. The edge is real nice.
I'm going to try to die cut a couple of these.
Now, I'm usually not that good at this, so this is kind of like a practice
run
for me.
I can get
the
the
dies
lined up.
I got to make sure they stay in place. And I'm going to try to use a little bit of washi tape
in order to make sure that happens. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try to cut out that guy in the middle.
And I know some people like to die cut first and then stamp, which I prefer because I'm not always confident in my die cutting. If I've done a lot of work on trying to make an image look really nice, and then I go to die cut it and I don't cut it just right, well, then all that work was for nothing. So whatever preference you have,
let's see.
Whatever preference you have is just fine. But I prefer to die cut first and then stamp.
We're just going to
take that outside and we're going to line that up right on there.
And here, gosh, I must have been not all here this morning. I thought I had three different images and I did two of the same one. Oh well. So we're going to add that to that guy right there. Except that's the wrong die. So let's try again. I want to make sure I have the die that matches, and that would be this guy, not this guy.
Gosh, I don't know what I'm doing here, guys.
And that layer across right on top there.
And I'm going to add the washi tape to hold it in place, get that lined up just right. And where is my washi tape?
Here we go. I haven't used this for a little bit, so hopefully I can peel some off easily. I should have had a couple little strips ready to go, but I did not. So let's get that. I'm going to probably put one piece on one edge. Over there. I've got my die face down into the paper, so it will cut. And I know most of you know all these things, but since I'm a little bit more on the beginner side, even though I've been in this business for a long time, I just kind of like to speak in that way, so everybody knows what's going on here. So we've got that lined up. You've got your platform, your bottom cutting pad, top. I have been rotating these because they're starting to bubble a little bit, and I want them to get back into a flat position. So I've been rotating those. I have that ready to go. Get that set up and lined up straight. One second here. All right, I think we are ready. We're just going to run that through. Make sure we don't get any squeaking if I get that correctly lined up. And just need to go through there once. I felt that little click, so I'm going to go through the second time. Again, you can see this one. This pad is starting to warp quite a bit. So I really have to make sure I flop it back over a lot. Kind of even it out. So let's see. Hopefully this worked out. Make sure that doesn't tear. Got the washi tape on. Sometimes the washi tape can be strong, and if the paper's a little bit thin, you could tear. So there you go. Pretty easy. I cut that out. Now I can go and I can decorate, add colors. You've seen like rainbow colors. You can just go crazy however you want to color and shade these. So that was easy. And you could do that with all of these dies. There's four different main images that come here in this one. And for your floaties in your pool, I still have two more that I can cut. Again, these guys were supposed to be different, but I don't know. It was early this morning, and maybe I just wasn't fully awake yet. But anyhow, I did get three images stamped nicely, and this one cut real easy too. So there you have that. That is the Floaties to stamp dies. And let's move back over here. All right. So I hope you guys like those. Again, this is just a reminder to you that if you have them, you want to find some good ways to use those. Oh, now I see my
Okay, hopefully we're back. Hang on, give me just a minute here. Trying to get Facebook side going again. I apologize. This is something I can't fix. Sometimes the internet just decides it's not going to work anymore. So let me get the Facebook one going live again. And then we'll get started again. Hang on one second. Hopefully the mic is clear. I'll get my picture on here again in just, give me just a minute. And we'll get ready for our good news segment here. Hang in there. Let's see. Switch that. And that, let's try again. We were off to a good start too. And then I think I messed up the mic, and then the internet feed just kind of went down by itself. Oh, okay, there's that one. Okay, that's not me, but I know I am close here. There I am. Sorry about that. All right, if you have your Bibles, you want to grab that out. Here's my video. This is the guy who he's 98 years old, but he's still pushing on in life, and he's out there doing some good. So let's see what's going on with that. And I will try to pull this video up for you guys. And let's see if that will play. There might be a commercial here, so we want to wait till the commercial's done. And we're going to skip. And they have a little commercial here, so I don't want that to play. And you might see some, okay, here we go. So I think this is about 2 minutes or so. Just a guy who's doing some good. Maybe you have some opportunities like this in life to just get out there and get involved and do something good in life. And that's what we're talking about in this segment. Just some people doing good, some good things happening in life. Let's switch over to that, and I'll turn off that, and let's play. Hopefully you can hear that.
Service every Saturday morning.
I think I can make this screen a little bit larger.
At the Beaver Lick Food.
Let's go. What's going on here? There we go.
Busy, right? In this week's Salute to Heroes, we spoke with him
about that guy's 98. I hope when I'm 98 that I'm looking that good,
He's a friend,
right?
husband,
I would be happy with that.
World War II veteran, but Nathan Hatton Jr.'s reach goes far beyond the battlefield. After retiring from the military and a career with Greyhound, he just couldn't seem to keep himself from helping out.
He's usually one of the first helpers here on a Saturday morning. He tries to get Valina out the door even hours before we're ready to start working. He's willing to do anything.
Hatton joined the Army at 18 years old and served as a technician with the Field Artillery Division from 1944 to 1946. When talking to him about his military career, he says he's never going to forget the day he left
get my Facebook
to
going there.
fight
Sorry
in the
guys,
war.
on Facebook. We are live again.
For physical. A couple weeks later they called us and they put us on a train, sent us to Camp Atterbury, Indiana. And we were there for, I don't know, 2 or 3
He's been around a long time,
whatever.
World War II.
And on January the 5th, they shipped us up to Camp
There's
Cameron,
not that
New
many
Jersey.
veterans left nowadays,
On
right?
the 6th, they loaded us on the boat and shipped us over to Europe.
Now, Hatton Jr. spends every Saturday morning volunteering at the Beaver Lick Baptist Food Pantry by greeting guests and handing out snacks. We're also told that he's planting his own community garden. But what's even more impressive, he's doing this all at the age of 98 years old.
He's got more energy than most of the people here that are 40s and 50s. He's just like the Energizer Bunny. Never stops and always willing and always smiling.
This food program's a great thing, and I'm glad to help out, glad to be part of it.
They look to be pretty
Despite
busy
his
there,
many
like they're helping a lot of
adventures,
people. That's
he
good,
continues to
right?
enjoy the little things in life, even celebrating his most recent birthday.
It's always nice
at
to
one
see
of his
some people
favorite
caring about
restaurants.
other people.
I
That's
just
what I think
celebrated my
anyhow.
98th yesterday, and we went to Red Lobster.
What kind of dinner did you get at Red Lobster?
Scampi.
And when asked why he continues this life of service, well, he had this to say.
There's nothing like being a patriot. This is the greatest country in the world.
Indeed.
Just
So he
about done.
wants
All
to
right,
be
we'll
Hatton.
stop there. All right, so I hope that was just a little something to brighten your day. You know, I just like to see people getting involved, getting out there and doing things. You might think if you're a little bit older that maybe God can't use you or something like that, but that's not true. God has lots of ways to use all of us, no matter our age, right? So I think that's important, a little reminder for all of us that God can use us no matter what age we are. If we just have a willingness to make ourselves available, I think that would be the key. Now, if you have your Bible, again, I'm using my iPad or tablet, and I'm going to use the YouVersion app. We're reading it from the New King James, and we are okay. I think I'm back. I'm so sorry about all this, everybody. Today things have just not worked out as expected. Let's switch back over one more time. Now I'm super bright and crazy, but we'll finish this up. Sorry about that. Okay. All right, Matthew 6. We're just going to go through it real quick because I do have to run, so I'm sorry. This is going to be a brief segment. I want you to know, number one, that we've been talking about, it's important that we be praying. God wants us to pray. If you have Matthew 6, you can read along. The key verse, you can read the entire prayer. But in verse 13, Jesus said, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. So there's a couple things I was thinking about in this part of the prayer, that the word temptation can also mean testing. So there's a couple different options here, because the Bible says that God will not tempt us. God can't be tempted by evil, and he will not tempt us either. So God's not going to lead us into evil. So there's a good chance this word kind of could be translated as testing. Now, the Bible does say that God will test us at times, but to be honest, though it might be for our good, the testing, it's like we're not always going to want to welcome testing. Like, I don't know myself, to be honest. I don't know myself that well. How am I going to hold up when God tests me? If I'm trusting in his strength and his power, great. But if I'm working out of my own power and strength, the testings might be somewhat challenging. But I'm kind of thinking it could be testing. It does say temptation, so it depends how they translated it. But if you read in James chapter 1, the Bible says that God will not tempt us in a way that leads us to evil. And so when I kind of look at it, I kind of think of it as we live in this world that is fallen, and things are kind of crumbling, and there's a lot of problems in the world. And then so we have that problem that's going to tempt us. Then it says some of the time in this passage, it says the evil one instead of just evil, like it says here. So that could be a mention of the devil, Satan. And according to the Bible, he's real and he wants to cause troubles for us. So we have that enemy that could tempt us. And then we have our own selves, which I think could be our biggest problem. And we all have things that tempt us, that draw us away to do things that are not so good. So we need help. God, protect me from these kind of things, these things that would tempt me to do things that are not good for me. So that's kind of my feeling on that. So if you want to read more, if you read the full book of James, it would be a great study. It's like 5 chapters. You could read it in 10 or 15 minutes. It's a very active book. It's a very active book as far as you put your faith into practice. And a lot of the things that are in the Lord's Prayer here also come up in the book of James. So James is towards the end of the New Testament, easy to read. It's practical, things that you can put into practice. And so I would challenge you, if you want to do a little bit extra besides just this verse that we're tapping into today, that you look also and check out James and see if there's something that you can put into practice in your life there as you walk with Jesus. And that would be a challenge for you, yeah. The cool thing is James was the brother of Jesus, so it's kind of interesting to see how James has some of these connections also to the Lord's Prayer. I think you will find some of those things in the book of James if you take the time to read all the way through. So again, I'm just a little bit short on time. You could read through this whole prayer by Jesus here and connect it with James, all 5 chapters. I think it's five or six chapters. I believe it's 5 chapters, and you'll be blessed by doing that. And we need help. We need God's protection. And we've talked about the last couple of weeks, we need God to provide for us. We want God's kingdom, his will to be done, not ours. So a few different things we're expanding on. And next week, we will finish up. We'll look at there's a last little second part of verse 13. We'll take a look at that. And I see that there's some translations that have that verse and some that don't. But in the New King James, it does talk about we just want God's kingdom to come. So we will speak about that too. I hope that helps you out. I've got to run. Again, let me see what I can find here. I apologize for all of the interruptions today. Remember last week how I said that if you guys could just pray for me? Maybe I didn't pray enough for this episode because it seemed like things just kind of fell apart. I had technical problems. I goofed up on some sound stuff, and then my camera went out. So it was kind of one thing after another, but I hope that all of you have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to wrap this up. Congratulations again to our winner, Elizabeth Brown. Make sure you email the office, Elizabeth. Again, I appreciate your comments. If you want to add any comments, maybe you know how to fix all my my internet and live streaming problems here. Last week seemed to go pretty good. This week, not so good. But we will be back again next Tuesday. Reminder that Stephanie will be on Thursday for a crafting corner. And I think that will be it. Again, I apologize for kind of rushing here, but with everything crumbling and my meeting coming up in a few minutes, I have got to go. So God bless you all. Have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Tell somebody Well, I don't know if you want to recommend that the way things went today, if you want to recommend this episode to somebody, but if you do, great. We still had some fun looking at some stamps and dies, and I had a fun time being with all of you. All right. God bless you. See you Thursday night. Stephanie's Crafting Corner. Take care. I'm out. Bye-bye.